Hello, welcome back to Paul's Stuff. This is my space on YouTube where I get to talk about all the things I love. Lots of Star Wars, lots of lightsabers, and today is about lightsabers. But those of you that have been following the channel will know that I've recently taken possession of some Xeno3 boards. This is the new board from Nexus. Very good board, Bluetooth app connected, plenty of videos on my channel about the Xeno3. But what I wanted to do today was show you some of the new functions that are on the saber for the Xeno3. So that's why the lights are a bit dimmer today, because in order to try and show you these, I've dimmed the lights right down. One of the things you can do in the app now is dim the blade brightness, so my blade brightness is dimmed right down. Hopefully you'll be able to see better then what's going on with the blade. And I've also selected a red blade because I think that shows up better on video. It contrasts better with the blade effects when they're happening. So we have our Xeno3. I'm just going to put this into quiet mode.
Volume low.
We've got our Xeno3 in this lightsaber, and just like the old Xenopixel V2, we have some blade effects that are triggered by the button or by clashing it. So these are the effects that we used to have. So we've got blaster block. I hope you can see that happening. We've got flash on clash, and we've got tip drag. You can see the tip there is glowing white, and we have lock up, which to get into we press and hold the button and clash. The one difference with lock up, on the Xenopixel V2, you used to have to hold the button to keep the clash going, I believe. Now you have, when you let go of the button, the clash the lock up will still keep going. You have to push the button to stop it. So that's what we would have found on the Xenopixel V2, but we've got some new blade effects that we're going to find on the Xeno3. So I'm hoping you're going to be able to see this one. The first one is stab. You can see the tip of the blade glows white when I do that. So that's stab. We also have some, now the next three, you're going to have to turn on in the config file, in the settings folder, which is on the SD card. By default, these are all turned off. But if you go into that, you'll see there are some lines. They're those normal, what I call switch lines, where 0 is off, 1 is on, and they're labelled something like lightning block, multi-block and multi-lock. So first of all, we'll have a look at the lightning block. So to trigger the lightning block, we hold the button and pull back towards ourselves. Hopefully you can see there we've got that blade effect going on, and that, again, once you let go of the button, that will carry on until you push the button again. So once again, you hold the button, pull it in towards you. You may find that you have to adjust the sensitivity for the motion control on some of these. Push, pull, flash on clash might need to adjust some of those sensitivities in the app or on the SD card in order to get these to work consistently for you. I've had to turn the sensitivity up, for example, on push and pull to get a lot of these to work for me. So that was lightning block. The next one we'll go into is multi-lock. So with this, we go into clash. We go into lock up by holding the button and clashing. We let the button go, and then we press the button again once.
Enter multi-lock mode.
It says entered multi-lock mode. The lock will turn off, but now every time we clash, it will go into lock up. One of the other things that's happened with lock up mode on the Xenopixel V2, the lock-up is just in the centre of the blade. With this one now, we are dynamic. So as you tilt the blade, you can hopefully see there, the lock is moving along the blade. And to get out of this mode, we simply press the button once again while it's in this mode. It says we've exited multi-lock mode, and now when we press it again and clash, we're back to normal flash on clash. Multi-block is similar, but what we're going to do to trigger multi-block is to press and hold the button and swing the saber.
Enter multi-block mode.
And now we're in multi-block mode, and now every time we swing the saber, we'll get a blaster block. Okay, so I'm not touching the button. That's triggering itself every time it swings, which is handy for those moments of multiple blocks of blasters. And to come out of that mode, we do the same again. We press the button and hold it and swing.
Exit multi-block mode.
It says exit multi-block mode. The last of these that I'm going to show you today is my favourite. It's melt. And to get that, we're going to hold the button and push the saber forward. And you can see the tip is glowing yellow, hopefully. But as we turn the blade, the colour of the tip changes. So it's responding to the blade being twisted. And to come out of that, we just press the button again. So that's some of the new lighting effects that you can get on the Xeno V3. As I say, for lightning block, multi-block and multi-lock, you do have to enable them in the config file. I haven't found anything in the app that allows you to do that. They're in a block on the config file with other things like, I think there's velocity blade, torch blade, ghost blade and blaster blade. They're all in a block of those, as I say, what I call switch lines, which are 0 for off, 1 for on. And the ones you're looking for those effects are lightning block, multi-lock and multi-block. If you don't turn those on, you won't be able to use them on the saber. And as I said as well, the other thing is you may need to adjust the sensitivity on some of the motion controls to get these things to work consistently. I've had to play with them a little bit. I've increased the sensitivity of the twist motion control. I've increased the sensitivity of the push-pull motion control. You can adjust the sensitivity without having those on. Those of you that know me know that most of my sabers have only got the twist on motion control on, but the sensitivity will also adjust the sensitivity for things like push and pull for lightning block and melt, and twisting for the melt effect, and swing for the multi-block. So I've adjusted most of them. I've adjusted up a little bit so that they're a little bit more sensitive. It's a case of balancing them as well, because if you have, for example, if you have flash on clash too sensitive, when you stab the saber, it will trigger flash on clash rather than the stab, things like that. So yeah, some really neat new lighting effects. As well as that, for flash on clash, blaster block, lock up, and force effect, you also now have 2 or 3 choices of light effect for those different effects as well, which you can change in the app. The way you go into them, you select the font that you want to change them for. They're set for each font. You go into the font you want to change. On the tab for that font, you'll see there's lighting effect submenu. You go into that, and then you can change each of those. You can change the blade effect and blade style as well in that section. So it's all customizable by the app. The only thing you can't do via the app is turn on lightning block, multi-block and multi-lock. So hope that's been useful. Just some new features that I found playing around with the saber. If you've liked the content here, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, if you would like to, please do subscribe to the channel. Hoping the channel is going to be full of helpful stuff like this, showing you how to do these different things. So yeah, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you do, hit the notification bell. That will tell you when I'm posting new videos. But for now, I think that's everything for today. So cheerio.